Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the AWS course. We're going to be taking a look at all that's possible with AWS. My name is Nitya. I have been a trainer for the last decade. I've been in this industry since 2002. I'm glad to go ahead and show you a couple of things that you could do as an infrastructure administrator. Say, for example, in today's class, what we're going to be looking at is we're going to look at what we could do with this particular service called EC2 from AWS. Now, EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. Elastic implies that you could just go ahead and scale out or scale in. You could increase the number of servers or you could decrease the number of servers. Let's go ahead and get started and see how to do that. So I just went ahead and clicked on services. Under compute, there is Elastic Cloud Compute. So clicked on that. By the way, I have a free account that I'm using. That's my user ID there. And it's available for a year's time. Well, I started using much earlier. So I probably do not have a year, but if you go ahead and use the free tier and you create an account, it's available for you for the next 1 year free. Most of it is free. Not everyone, but yeah, whatever you would want to go ahead and try and test, that's pretty much free for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to go ahead and start. What do I want today? Let's say I want Windows, not Linux. Okay, I have a Windows server there. Can I get a Windows client? That's not an option. So if you want to go ahead and create your own Windows client like Windows 10, that's not going to be available for you. That's something that you want to note. What's available for you are the server class. So let's go ahead and see. See, do you see this? It's free tier eligible. So you want to be looking at that. Okay. And let's go ahead and get started with the Windows Server 2006. Sorry, 2016. So I go ahead and select. You could make a look at the time and see how long it's going to take. So there are multiple options here depending on how much CPU you want, how much memory you want. Do you want extra storage in addition to what you get free? All that options are available to you. So we're going to go ahead and go with the one which is available for free. A T2 here, you see this T2 nano, micro, and small. They are all just like your t-shirt sizes. So yeah, that's how they go ahead and classify. You know, Amazon, they go ahead and sell everything and they treat your servers just like they treat t-shirts. And it's pretty easy. So you have your free tier. So T2 micro, you could take a look at the CPU memory and all that stuff. We'll go to that little later some other time. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on configure my instance. So what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and launching my virtual machine. EC2 instance refers to a virtual machine, and I want to have a Windows Server virtual machine. How many of them do I want? For now, one. Okay. Do you want to request for spot instance? Spot instance, by the way, is like bidding. Okay. So we're not going to be talking about the purchasing options now for today's session. So we're just going to go ahead and see how easy it is to launch a virtual machine, especially a Windows or a Linux or whatever that was available earlier. Okay. So which network do you want? By default, what Amazon does is it goes ahead and creates my own virtual data center, and they call that as the virtual private cloud. Okay, so I could use the default one, or in my case, I had earlier gone ahead and created my own virtual machine, sorry, my own VPC, virtual private cloud, where it's literally like my data center. So I'm going to use my data center. Okay, so I had a couple of subnets, smaller subnets for my data centers. I'm going to choose one of them, which is a public subnet. We'll discuss about that some other time in our class. Okay. And do I want an IP address, public IP, to be assigned? Yes, I do. Okay, so that's enabled there. And then there are various other options. We'll look at it in detail some other time. For now, it's all good. So go ahead and click next. Here, take a look at this. I get a 30 GB free space, and I think that's enough for a Windows. 30 GB free space. It's all free, right? So let's go ahead and click next. I'm going to go ahead and add a name tag. It's easier that way to go ahead and keep a track of all the crazy instances we're going to have. So it's Windows trial free, right? Good, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and click on next. Okay, what's security group? Security group is nothing but your firewall. Who do you want to allow, who you don't want to allow, and all that stuff. So I have already created a security group. I'm going to use this security group, more about security groups later. Okay, so pretty much this is what is a security group, where it says who should be allowed. Pretty much in this security group, I've allowed everybody to get connected. Okay, so I do that, I review and launch. See, it's shouting at me, it's saying your web security group is open to the world. Yeah, it is open to the world. It's fine. Okay, so you could take a look at all that and then click on launch, and they give you some a key pair. It's a public key and private key. More about that some other time. So I have my own, so it's called Nitu, that's my name, and key pair. So I acknowledge I have it. I'm going to launch it. Wow, in less than 5 minutes, I have my Windows server, running. It is initializing. It's going to do power on self test, and it's going to take a look at if everything, is properly working or not. It's called as a 2x2 check. It's going to do that, and once it comes up, we're going to go ahead and get connected to it. In the meantime, when this is initializing and trying to bring my virtual machine up for me, we're going to see how to get connected to this Windows. So if you have a server in your data center, how would you get connected from your laptop? You would use a remote desktop, right? Oh, wow. So, and what's the IP address? Take a look at this. This is the public IP address which I'm interested in. So I'm going to click on this. It's copied. Now I want to get connected to it. It's still initializing. Hold on. It's still initializing. Okay. Until it initializes. Certain things that you should note, that the security group, remember the security group that I went ahead and explained you? I didn't explain in detail, which I will do sometime later. You have the security group, you can view the inbound rules, which says who's allowed, and make sure that all these ports are available. Port 80 is for your HTTP if you are going to be hosting a web. If it's going to be a web server, you need that because people are going to use that port to go ahead and get connected to your web server. Port 22 is for your SSH. In case you have a Linux machine or you want to get connected to it, you need port 22. 3389 is your RDP client. So you have a remote desktop. That's how you get connected to a Windows machine. So remote desktop connection. Yes. This is where we need to go. And we're going to go ahead and paste the IP address that we just copied. Okay. And once the check is complete, we will then get connected to it. But as we get connected, we need to get the administrator's username and password. How do we do that? And what are the certain things that you should be aware of? Something that I'll be telling you in the due course. So stay tuned. Hello. Let's refresh. It's still initializing. Okay, so in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at certain things that you might want to be aware of. So let's say, for example, there is an AMI, ARMY as we call. ARMY is nothing but Amazon's machine instance. In simple words, it is just a virtual machine, a template, using which Amazon goes ahead and creates virtual machines for you. Refresh. It's taking some time. All right. Other than that, yeah, key pair is very, very important. You do not have to go ahead and create key pairs every single time. You've got to go ahead and create a key pair initially when you start using Amazon. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and have a public key pair and a private key pair. The key pair that you own, you need to keep it pretty safe. And you need to go ahead and, wow, look at that. You need to make sure that it is pretty safe. If you lose it, there's no way you're going to go ahead and get access to any of your instances or the services that Amazon is there to offer you for free for now. Okay, so it's all done. My machine is fine. It's working. Okay, so what do? We go ahead and click on actions, and we're going to get the Windows password. Without the password not available yet. Please wait at least 4 minutes after launching before trying to retrieve the auto-generated passwords. Okay, fine, we will wait. We are so this is what is this, remote desktop connection? Am I having the right? Yes. IP address, correct. So I'm going to click on next or connect. Username. What should be the username? Password. I don't have it yet. Hello. Yeah. So you're supposed to go ahead and click on connect first and then go ahead and ask for the password. So I'm going to click on connect and I'm going to say get password for administrator. Still not available. I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to get back to you when we get the password. Until then, you could take a break. Hi, welcome back. Now seems like it's 4 minutes. So we're going to click on connect and we're going to click on get password. This is where it's going to ask you for that key pair which I was talking about. So click on key pair and so what am I looking at? I want to have this is downloads. Where's my key pair? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my yeah, this is my key pair. It's a PPK key pair. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on decrypt password. Oh, I've chosen the wrong one. Fine, happens. It always happens. This is my key. So it says here, hey, your key pair should say begin RSA private key and end with end RSA private key. So remember that. Click on decrypt password. Go ahead and that's an easy password to remember, don't you think so? Okay, I've copied it. So let's make sure it's pasted fine. Or just click on this and remember. Okay. And then close. Yes. Oh my God, my Windows machine, please come up. Wow. Yes, I'm the administrator and the password is very simple. I've just saved it. Yes, yes, yes. Does it not look like the general servers When you go in and start them, this is exactly what happens. And hey, I have my Windows server up and running, and it's free. Take a look at this. That's the host name, instance IP address, availability zone, by the way. No. The availability zone is nothing but my data center, where it's present, where this particular virtual machine actually resides, how much memory it has, what's the network performance, all these details on the other side there. Okay, so in case you want to go ahead and know more about AWS, look at that. I like it. In case you want to know more about it and you want to go ahead and you want to contact me, learn more about this, I'll be glad to help you with that. So all you have to do is send me an email. And this is my email address, CONNECT. That's how you spell connect. Number 2, NITU. That's me, Nitu, at gmail.com. Gmail.com. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead, send me an email, and then we'll get started. Okay? Bye, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and see you in the next class.